we finally have a chance to continue playing Nexomon. I know I haven't streamed in a while, and that is because we got called all hands on deck. We had to work nights and weekends to get stuff done, and they finally told us today they no longer needed us, so I could finally have a weekend off. And Emmy is sick, which means that I can't be around her right now because, I don't want to catch the ick. So, yeah, we get a chance to stream again and finally play again. So I'm really excited to get to do this. I've been dying to play this game more, and I warned Emmy about this. So if anyone out there is thinking about becoming a streamer, one of the things you need to know, be careful about having stream-only projects like this game. Because then if you can't stream or you don't feel like it or whatever, you can't do anything on that game until you can stream again. So there is some caution in being a stream-only kind of game. If you do an adventure or something like that, or a game that you can, like Diablo or World of Warcraft, where you can kind of do whatever you want whenever you want to do, that's okay. But if it's like a story mode, if you play, they're going to miss the story, which means you're stuck not doing anything until you can get back on. Your phone battery's low, can't stay long. I understand. I'll bring you the charger. Do you want me to bring you a charger? Like a super long charging cable or anything? Or are you going to try and sleep? Excuse me. Alright, so we're going to go learn about the Tyrants and the Guild and get registered. No, it's okay? Okay. Alright, so this is the Guild. Anyone with a companion is entitled to become a trainer. Our standards are pretty low, I guess. I mean, fair enough. Anyone can become a Pokemon trainer when they turn, what, like 8 or 10? So, speaking of which, so Ash's journey is done in Pokemon, right? They finished Ash's journey. Apparently, they're starting, the reboot already, and it's going to be a little girl who is going to be the new Pokemon trainer, and there's a lot of speculation that it's Ash's daughter. Loud T-Rex, hello! Welcome in. Sorry I haven't been very active. I've been working for the last week or two, but I am finally back and ready to play games again. Don't do that ever again. I really enjoy the meta humor in this game, which is ironic considering I hate Deadpool and his meta humor, but it's pretty good here. Alright, so if we work hard, we can get silver badges or gold badges. Characters with a star on their head have something important to tell you. It's usually a quest, so make sure to talk to them. Now speak to the administrator. What game is this? This is Nexomon Extinction. It is a Pokemon knockoff, and since I really disliked Pokemon Scarlet, Pokemon Scarlet is the worst Pokemon game I've played, and that's saying something. I decided to try a Pokemon knockoff to see if I could find, a Pokemon-esque game to play on stream with people. Because I know people liked my Nuzlocke runs and stuff, but I really can't stand Scarlet, so maybe this will be a good game for doing a Nuzlocke challenge in. Alright, so we have some sort of quest. We're St. Waffles and Coco. We're taking on a job request. I just saw them gain their badges 5 minutes ago. I know I said this last stream, but if I can find my drawing tool here. Coco's face, the face he makes right there is my absolute favorite part of this game so far. They do such a good job with his face. Alright, let's turn off drawing mode. There we go. You're playing Rainbow Six Siege. I loved Rainbow Six Siege when it first came out, but man, did it become full of just toxic people so fast. Just the rages and the sweats, and I could not stand that. I heard they made a mode that's kind of like Left 4 Dead. I might be interested in that, but the sweats and the tryhards and the ragers ruined that game for me so quickly. Alright, so we have to meet outside town, and that'll be our first quest, I guess. Do an escort job, really? Speaking of escort quests, I saw that Resident Evil 4 is giving a full remake, so we got Resident Evil 4, we got Resident Evil 4 ported to all systems, we got Resident Evil 4 Enhanced, Resident Evil 4 VR, and now Resident Evil 4 the complete remake. Like, I loved Resident Evil 4, but do we need that many Resident Evil 4 games? And, like, I want to buy it, but if they're gonna release a, like, an enhanced version or, like, a remake version, then that's telling me that they're probably going to release that on VR, and I'm gonna wait for the VR version, I think. Alright, let's fight a trainer. I don't think we fought a trainer yet, so let's see what this looks like. Level 8, yep. You didn't heal my Pokemon first, or Nexomon first. That is cruel. Let's try and freeze it. Ooh. Alright, team. Everyone's hurt pretty bad. Swaddle's here! Good morning, Swaddle! Welcome to the stream. I finally got time to stream again. Glad to see you all. I'm definitely glad to be doing this again. So, I know I talked a little bit in the channel, so if you didn't know, obviously, I was having a little bit of depression the last week or so, and I finally moved past that. So it started with, I decided to quit TikTok for a little bit at the very least. And where that came from was, like, I've always spent too much time on TikTok, always enjoyed TikTok a little bit too much, and, like, I knew I spent too much time on TikTok. Emmy and I had talked about it a few times, and I was like, okay, let's cut back on it. So I tried cutting back on it. I tried to put my phone away a little bit more. I tried to spend less time on TikTok, but it would always start creeping back in and creeping back in. So I decided to quit it cold turkey, and, like, the first day without TikTok, like, I could feel the depression. Like, seeing all the likes popping up, seeing all the follows, all the comments, and, like, having all the interactions, and having, like, a new video every 5 seconds that you enjoy to watch, like, it messes with the dopamine in your brain, the happiness in your brain, and so, like, I knew that was seriously a problem. The other way that I knew it was a serious problem was Emmy and I were talking about what I was going to give up for Lent, because I was saying, you know, I'm doing fasting for Advent, so, you know, I got to keep escalating, I got to keep giving more and more and more. And she's like, well, you could give up, you know, TikTok for Lent. And my first, like, visceral reaction was, no, I could never do that. And that's where I realized, like, that's a problem. If giving something up for 40 days is some impossible task, then it definitely is a problem. So, I decided to give it up cold turkey. And then in the midst of that depression, I was like, well, you know, maybe I should just give up all social media. Maybe I just don't need any of this anymore. But I realized just how much I enjoy streaming, how much I enjoy content creation, how much I enjoy everything I do. So I realized that I didn't want to give up. And it wasn't like, oh, I'm so addicted, I don't want to give up. I get so much joy out of streaming and content creation and everything like that. So I don't think I'm going to go back to TikTok. Like, I have 12,000 followers on TikTok, which I know in the grand scheme of things is not like a whole lot. I know there's people with hundreds of thousands and millions, but 12,000 was, my goal was originally 10K, so I beat my goal. And what has that done for me? Like, 12,000 followers on TikTok, and I've gotten 0 sales for my business. You know, no weddings, no drone jobs, no art prints, no business has come out of it, which was originally the entire goal, was just to get more business. So, you know, this isn't going to come as a surprise to people, but, you know, TikTok followers, quote, aren't worth a whole lot. And I don't mean that as, like, they're worthless people, but, like, if you compare it to a follow on YouTube, you know, a YouTube follower is worth a lot more because of marketing and things like that. So I think I'm going to focus on Twitch and YouTube and just spend less time on TikTok. TikTok hasn't given me any business, and it gets addictive, so I just don't see a purpose in it anymore at this point, honestly. And now the government's talking about banning it, maybe I'm just ahead of the train and something else will come along that I can do instead. But I don't see the need for it right now. I really don't. Have I played any of the Little Big Planet games? I played the first Little Big Planet game a long time ago. Honestly, I don't remember much about it. I know that there was like a whole, like you could code anything into the game and people were talking about how incredible that was, but I don't really know a whole lot about that. I've heard it's amazing though. How many are there now? You played the first and second. There's like a third and fourth and like some mobile versions, right? There's a lot of them. Considering buying the third game? I have no advice there because I don't know very much about it, but I have gotten on the bandwagon for oh shoot, what's it called? Gamefly. I've been a big fan of Gamefly. $20 a month and you can rent unlimited games, and so far in the last 2 months I've got Sonic Frontiers, God of War, Saints Row, a couple bad games. Like, I've gotten to play 5 pretty much brand new games for $20, which is pretty incredible. So if you want more games, seems like Gamefly is kind of the way to go, and it might be. I'm getting them all on the PS5, and I know there's not a lot of PS5s out there. I know sometimes with like other games, it's hard to get them because they don't have a whole lot of them in stock. But since not a lot of people have PS5, like I've been getting the brand new games back and back. Marvel Midnight Suns is coming for me next to play, and that, you know, another $60-$70 game for $20 a month. Like I can't think of a better deal, to be honest. What kind of a quest do you have for me? Param is the jewel of the human race, you know, but its citizens can't appreciate it. Look at all the garbage they throw around. Clean the streets. Alright. Check every nook and cranny for garbage. Bring me enough trash and I'll give you something nice. We get a vault key if I find enough garbage. Okay. What's this symbol mean? What do you have? What's obvious? My team is dull and talentless. I have a keen eye for talent, and right now I see nothing but a charade. But fear not, competent tamers know how to teach skills their Nexomon, so let me teach your Nexomon for you for a price. Really? Okay. What skills can you teach me? Okay, wait, this is interesting. It has a level here, but I already know that ability, and it looks like those are the same, so I'm guessing that's not Incinerate level 7. I'm guessing that's Incinerate, and you get that at level 7. So, oh wow, there's a lot of moves. What's your opinion on this game so far? So far, I like this better than Pokemon Scarlet. I'm enjoying a lot of the stuff, but it's hard to go 1-to-1 between Pokemon and this, and the main reason for that is most of like what I love about Pokemon is like the new Pokemon, right? And I don't get that feeling with Pokemon anymore, right? Because even though there are new Pokemon, like they're all leaked before the Pokemon games come out, and you've seen all the design. And like this has 400 new Nexomon, and I've never seen any of them, and I know nothing about it, so I get to see, you know, 400 new creatures, so that's really cool. It's got a lot of stuff that I really enjoy about the game. The animations are way better looking, and they're super fast. Like, that was my huge complaint about Pokemon Scarlet, is that every round would take like 20 minutes. Like, okay, use my ability, watch a move. This, it's just quick, it's easy, it's fast. I like your stamina, that the stamina bar goes down, so you're not able to keep fighting with the same Nexomon back to back to back. So there's a lot I really like about this game. I dare say I like it more than most Pokemon games, but I'm not ready to give that 100% yet. I'm in crisis. I found my first gray hair. Emmy has had that same conversation a few times. Very unhappy about finding the first gray hair. I've always had like a lot of gray hair mixed into my beard, my muzzle here, so not a huge deal for me. It's also, you know, guys who get that touch of gray, they get that like that sophisticated, like, oh, that person is experienced, they've got a beautiful touch of gray. So, you know, guys look at it as, oh, that's my resume builder, but I know it's different for other people. Alright, what do you got to say? This road leads to Outland, Mad Nexomon, Bandits, and Tyrants. You should stay safe and go to Param. No, we're going into the danger zone. And, like, I know that Pokemon switched to the whole 3D, but honestly, there's something about this. You know, the 2D, the top-down, the sprite work, like, I like this style, and maybe it's because I like retro games, maybe it's because I grew up with this, but I don't need outstanding graphics to enjoy a game. Like, Stardew Valley is a wonderful example of a game that looks retro and old school, but the graphics are amazing. So I don't mind it when a game looks like this. I know it's a deal breaker for some people, but I actually prefer this, I think, for most part. Had a friend in high school who started going gray at 15 and 16. By the time he graduated, he was balding, but he didn't get carded, so poos. There is a trade-off for certain. I pretty much never got carded either, but I was like the goodiest of goody two-shoes. I never drank before I turned 21, because I was one of those people like, what? That's against the law. I'm not going to break the law. So I never had to worry about getting carded because I never wanted to smoke or drink when I wasn't able to, because I followed the rules, and that did nothing for me. I honestly can't say that not drinking before turning 21 didn't make a difference in my life, I don't think. Like, I guess I didn't go to jail or get, you know, a criminal record or any big fines or anything like that, so I guess that's the plus I got out of it. I don't have permission for this warp stone yet. A child from Capital City managed to squeeze out of the city walls and is now missing. Could be anywhere in the Outlands. Keep an eye out for them. Okay. Yes, we will get a quest reward. My mom always let us have a beer if we wanted to at 16, so it was never a big deal, so I never partied. That is 100%, I think, the way to do it. I think that, like, when I first started drinking at 21, I went a little crazy with it because I never drank before then. And I think that's a very common thing to have happen in the United States, is alcohol is like this big forbidden thing. So when you're finally able to drink, like, you go absolutely nuts with it. So I believe it's like Germany that has like a really low drinking age. You know, kids are drinking beer and casually with their parents at age 10, 11, 12. And so their culture around it is a much more healthy, like, it's something to do with friends. It's something to enjoy with a meal. It's not something to be abused. So I think that's a very much healthier outlook on these sort of things. 16, they can go to pubs, and we're German, which is why she did it. See, there you go. It's a very much a healthier way of handling alcohol, because you know that, you know, kids love the forbidden things, right? And it's no secret that most alcohol doesn't taste good, right? So it's not like we're keeping it. If you give a kid like a terrible hoppy beer at 10 or 11 and drink, say that's what you're missing out on, they're just gonna be like, Oh, that's gross. I don't want to drink that. Why would I want to drink that? What the heck does this person have? A Dinja? It's ultra rare? That's cool. I was just checking this game's info on Steam, and you can play this on Windows XP. That does not surprise me. This game is, I know it's not old, but I know it's not, like, super intensive requirement-wise. And I know a big part of, like, removing stigmas and things like that is helpful to people. Play Temtem next. I do plan on getting Temtem. In fact, I know I was just talking about Gamefly. Ooh, wow, that guy just criticaled me. I do have Temtem on Gamefly coming for PS5 here soon, but I think I might actually get it for PC so that it's easier to stream. Because I do know Temtem, a lot of people have said, is a good alternative for Pokemon as well. So we're just going to try all the Pokemon knockoffs. We're just going to try them all. We're going to enjoy them all and see what happens. We're going to find one. I dare say that Pokemon Scarlet might be my last Pokemon game. Because I did not enjoy it that much, so I don't want to give up Pokemon, and I'm hoping that whatever they come up with next, they give us some of those options, like no battle stuff and a little bit clearer pictures. So I'm not ready to give up on Pokemon just yet, but at the same time, I found zero fun out of Scarlet. Ooh, that guy burned me. You'll get over it by the time the next game comes out. Well, I figured because Pokemon goes in cycles, right? So we got the next generation game came out, so next comes a remake. And so if we get a remake of, like, we already got Diamond and Pearl, so if we get Sun and Moon or a Omega Ruby or Sapphire available on the Switch, or X and Y, because I never really got to enjoy X and Y, then certainly, yes, I will play those and give those a solid try. So, but whatever the next mainline one is, I might wait to, like, rent it to see if I actually like it before I play it. Because, like, I've had zero desire to like go pick up Scarlet and keep playing it. Like, I got Saints Row, which has terrible reviews, and I've had more desire to go play Saints Row than I have anything else. Next remake with the logic is X and Y. I never got to play X and Y, so I'm very happy if it's X and Y. I doubt there'll be a Aura's remake. Is that Omega Ruby and Sapphire? Probably not, and I'm guessing, and I don't know this for sure, but, like, the 3DS games, I gotta imagine that, like, 3DS games are something hard to port over. Like, unless it's literally just a port, if they're remaking it, like having the double screen and the touch interactions and things like that, I'm guessing that that's not going to fit well on the Switch, and that's probably a big part of why we haven't gotten those, but I'm not a programmer, so I don't know for certain on that. That's just a guess I have. What I'm experiencing here now, though, so this is the biggest complaint that I've seen against this game, and honestly, I get the same feeling I do when I play the old Pokemon. People have complaint that you'll go out and you'll fight one or two fights, and then you gotta run back to town and heal. That's how, like, all the old Pokemon games were, and I know that, like, convenience in modern day, sure, people want that, but I don't really have much of a problem with this. It's very quick. I do wish that there was more team leveling up, but there's also glyphs and runes for that, so not a huge problem. You want PSS Pokemon anime and the training theme of X and Y come to Switch? I'm excited to see what they do with the new Pokemon anime. Temtem is like that. It's hard and long paths with no reprieve. See, I don't necessarily mind that. Again, that it might just be because I came from that generation of game. I know that games have gotten easier and easier. I don't mind not having all the features that would make it, quality of life, but I also understand why people don't want to waste their time. Like, playing the old Pokemon Blue is really hard for that exact reason. Like, that's why I don't do the Nuzlockes for it as often, because, like, it's a terrible thing on stream. Like, alright guys, this 2-hour stream is dedicated to leveling up twice. I get that you want to go a little bit faster than that. I've seen that this game has some alternative game modes, which I think will have some things like that, so I'm excited to see what those are once I've actually beat the game. Ash is leaving? Yes, I saw that Ash is leaving the anime, and there's a lot of rumors that the new girl is Ash's daughter, so I'm really, excited to see if that's the route that they go. Oh, a mosquito. A larkido. I don't know what demotivated does. I think that lowers my damage, but I don't know yet quite what that does. Pretty sure Temtem has XP share. XP share is a must in a game like this. It really is. And you can get XP share in this game, so that there is a system for it. It's just not right at the start. The reason why games back in the day were hard was because the cartridges did not have much space for many levels. Yeah, there's a couple different factors that went into games being super difficult back in the day. A big part of it was space, that they didn't have a lot of space for levels. In fact, it's really fascinating if you go back and watch like the making of Super Mario, the first one. They talk about like a lot of the sprites don't have special animations for going other directions. They literally just flip the sprite because that was a way they could save space. So Goombas just flip when they go back and forth like that because there was so much issues with that they needed so much space to be able to do things. Not to mention, you had to fit music on there. Music was a huge one to try and fit onto the cartridge, and there's some really great music, even for NES games or SNES games. So fitting in music, effects, story, saving. Some games even had save features back then. That's definitely not a whole lot of space for what were fairly large games. I mean, if you look at like Final Fantasy, the first one on the Famicom or NES, it had quite an extensive, large map for only having so much limited, small data. That's why the PlayStation was such a huge deal, because like discs could hold so much information. Granted, the loading time sucked, but that was something else. We take it all for granted now. We do auto-saving. There was a time when games didn't auto-save. We take that for granted. There was a time when games would come on like 5, 6, 7 discs. We take for granted that it's all on one disc or, an auto-download now. Experience shares. Even like saving. So, gonna blow the mind of the younger audience. Back in the day, you couldn't save the game whenever you wanted, right? I can just go in here and click on system and save my game right now. There were games back in the day that you weren't allowed to. Final Fantasy VIII comes to mind. You could only save at specific spots, and those could be an hour or two away from each other, right? How crazy would that be? You would literally like, Mom, I can't save my game. I can't quit. I can't. I physically cannot save the game, and if you make me turn it off, I'm going to lose hours of progress because they thought for some reason it was cool to have save points scattered throughout the map. Or Resident Evil, where you only got a certain number of saves, and that was it, the typewriter ink. And once you ran out, you were done. Photo talk time. Yes, I do see we have a photo talk. So let's open up. So I got actually a couple interesting photos in here. Sims 2 base game was also 4 discs. I know that Final Fantasy was 4 discs, but I know there were larger games than 4 discs. Especially if you go back to like the floppy disks, Windows would come on like 70 floppy disks. Alright, let's talk about some photos. This photo is a new medium that I am working on that I think I'm going to call blended reality, but I'm not certain I'm going to stick with that name. So this photo, this is the full photo. This photo is partially a real photo and partially a fake photo. You can see here's the original that I used, and then I used AI for the rest. So AI filled in these corners down here, the rest of the wings, the body. It added these candles, and I thought it was really interesting to blend reality and have something that's a real photo and something that is recreated off of a real photo, and kind of blending reality where part of the photo is real and part of it's not. You can see I tried to add candles too, and I was playing with different candles to try and add here, but the light did not get very good. And that's a flaw of AI while it's still learning, right? This lighting is not great, so all these other candles in here don't look very real or good. You can see like a harsh line right here. You can see where I added like this lit curtain in the background, so obviously it still takes some work, but just for this part of the photo, I think it did a fairly good job of this blended reality. This skirt looks like it matches the angel. The wings are, filled in pretty good. These candles match this candle. You can see where I got a little bit of green showing in that candle because this is a real candle, and it replicated that over here. There's still some flaws. Like I think anyone could look at this and tell me what part is the AI and what part is not the AI, but we're advancing, we're making progress. So I think at some point I will get good enough at this that you won't be able to tell which part is the AI and which part is not. Here's a photo that I just took. I edited one of these. Here's the edited version. Our kitty Bun Buns wandered into Emmy's room, and in the corner she has a reading section, so it's like a comfy pillow to sit on and all the books. So he decided to take that over, and I thought it was a really cute photo to get him on the reading pillow with all the books in the background. Just a very, very cute photo. So yes, that is the Bun Buns. These photos I was super interested in. We went to a parade, so I threw my drone up to watch the parade from the drone, which was really cool. And night photography is where drone cameras are usually the worst because they're such a small sensor. So you can see over here, let me get the drawing tool. Let me get red so it shows up. So you can see like the parade is lining up here. I don't know why it's not letting me draw. And over here, there we go, are where the cars are lining up. So you can still see that it's not like a great photo, but it's pretty darn good for a drone. This one I thought was really nice. It's kind of got like the steampunk neon lights vibes to it. I probably have to cut out this lower section to actually make it work. And then this one I went with like a softer blue tone. But the drone actually did pretty amazing for the parade. So here's the actual parade, and I cut the video to submit it for a competition. But like, look at the lights on this one. Like, look at how well this car looks. Like, they did an amazing job on the car, but I'm more impressed with like the lights on the sensor in the dark. Like, it was such a cool parade, and getting to see it from an angle that no one else has gotten to see it from the drone was an absolute blast. So I loved this parade. All right, we're gonna do 2 more photos, and then we're gonna go back to the game. This is one I was playing around with, a staged photo. I still got some editing work to do on it. You can still see some parts of blue showing up in it, but I thought it'd be fun to do like a dark photo of the angel with the candle, some fake snow. I don't necessarily like this one. I'm going to finish editing it, but I don't know. This one was my favorite of it. This is the original here, so I got to edit out some of the green light, but I love this, just the complete darkness, the only light being the candle. I absolutely love how that turned out. I even did like a video, and I thought the video turned out really well. You can see I put fake snow so it looks like it's snowing, so I dumped fake snow in front of the camera to give you like this snowing effect, so it's just like an angel with lights in the snow. I liked it. I really like this one. Alright. Thank you for the photo talk. I always love talking about photos, but let's get back to the game. Alright, we're leveling up our party a little bit here. I need to see if I can get some more leveling up stuff. A Goatsy. I think I've caught this Pokemon before. I think that's what the blue triangle means, is that I've already caught this one, so I don't think I need to do anything to catch this one again. Bait the lightning attack. See how you like the lightning attack. And I'm really hoping to make some more video content soon. I really like making videos. There's a series, I know I say this a lot, there's a series I want to work on, but there really are a lot of series that I have wanted to work on for a while. And I think the next one I'm going to work on, it's going to sound ridiculous. I understand how ridiculous it is, but I really do think this is a topic worth talking about, which is the Insane Clown Posse in Christianity. Because if you listen to the Insane Clown Posse, nothing about their music would, at like first glance, scream Christianity to you, because it's very violent, very rude, vulgar music. But there's actually a whole lot of Christianity to talk about in the Insane Clown Posse, and I think, honestly, they did a better job evangelizing than most evangelizers do. Like, the idea of evangelization is you go where the people are, right? Like, you can't just go online to the Christian forums and evangelize in the Christian forum, because Christians are already there, right? You're not evangelizing to anyone because that's where they are. So part of the idea of evangelization is you go to where the people who need evangelized are. And ICP took a very, very interesting approach to that, with making violent rap music that would go towards those kind of people who may need the evangelization that maybe wouldn't hear it anywhere else, that they would be interested in hearing it in rap music. And I think that's a really interesting approach. And I know a lot of people just think it's cool and trendy to hate on them, but I think it's worth talking about. They had a really great idea with what they tried to do. And their music I really enjoy their music, and there's a lot of little things in there that are easy to miss. And even like the whole saying that, the juggalos never die, can be very linked to Christianity and the idea of the resurrection, and that you never truly die, but rather you get resurrected in the body and in heaven and all that. So even like just their base slogan, a lot of people don't realize that. I'm pretty sure that's rooted in a lot of Christianity as well. So I think that's the next thing I'm going to talk about at length, is the Insane Clown Posse and religion, because I think there's a lot to talk about there and a lot that's easily missed. Not that I encourage my viewers, especially my younger viewers, to listen to ICP, because again, the music is adult rated for a reason, but I think there's something interesting to talk about there at the very least. Alright, trainer battles. Ooh, what is that? A flaming tree? Okay, I dig it. It's like a Pseudo-Wudo, my arch enemy. Hit with something with more accuracy to make sure that it goes down. There we go. Troll Castle! King Jason, welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing today? I know you've asked me a few times when I'm going to make that my official slogan, so I talked a little bit about quitting TikTok, which I did do. And a part of that was also figuring out what I am going to do, you know, with my channel and with everything else. And I think I've figured out what I am going to do with everything. So I do plan on making the daily serving of waffles my slogan. I plan on revamping the channel to a certain degree, especially since I'm going to stick with Twitch. And part of the reason I'm going to stick with the Twitch is even though I want to stream on YouTube, YouTube is not nearly as interactive, and for some reason, once you put it on YouTube Live, you can't make shorts out of it. Hey guys, I just got to Target, got picked up Rack Me Paper. Hopefully you'll still be on my back. Have a great day. Alright, Swaddle. Enjoy Target, and hopefully I will still be here when you're back. We'll see you soon, maybe. But yeah, for some reason, once you make a YouTube show or a YouTube live, it doesn't let you cut it down into short content, which is not something that I like. So I'm going to continue to stream on Twitch for the ability to then upload it to YouTube and do the shorts and turn it into other content, which I do enjoy, which means I am going to need to do a lot more here. There's a lot more of more channel points, more interactive things, more voice lines, more text-to-speech. So I do plan on giving you all more soon. Come for the waffles, stay for the wholesome waffle. I do plan on staying wholesome, yes. Minus the ICP videos that I'm going to do. those will be a little less wholesome. Those will be the waffles after dark, perhaps. Have I done more troll castles? No, not yet. I haven't actually streamed in 2 weeks because work was making me work 12-hour days and work weekends, so I've been pretty exhausted working non-stop, and now I'm finally able to stream and play again, so that is a plan. I'm just happy to get a stream today, honestly. Happy to get to talk to you all and spend a day with you after working so much. You have 39 troll castles. That is excellent. That is excellent to hear. What is this? I didn't know you could go in this tent. Is there a shopkeeper in here? Found cake? Pincho? Be careful, things will get more strong. A limit to how dangerous they can grow. Okay. Dexter's here. Welcome, Dexter. Good to see you. How are you doing? A portable storage console. Excellent. Okay. I didn't know I could go in this tent, so that is good to know. What? I can challenge that guy again? Interesting. You can re-challenge trainers. That's a really good feature that they have implemented. I dig that. Wow. This guy stunned me twice in a row. That is some terrible luck. Absolutely terrible luck. Hit it with some ice. I've heard of this game. How is it so far? I am really enjoying this game. I've been saying that I enjoy it more than Pokemon Scarlet, and I dare say that I enjoy it more than most Pokemon games, so I'm not ready to declare it better than Pokemon, but I am certainly enjoying this game a whole lot. Let's see, did I get any more EXP shares? Yes. We need to give this to someone. Lychee. Get a synergy core. We need more synergy cores. That's your experience share. This respawns too. Okay, so things come back, fights come back. That is cool. Phantom shards. Looks like I can go in this. Can we go in there? No? What about up there? No? Okay. Have I played Temtem? No, Bubble's been talking to me about Temtem. Temtem is the next one on the list to play for Pokemon knockoffs to enjoy. So Temtem is, once I beat this one, we will try Temtem. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I know that people do enjoy it, and it's got its own little cult following, so I'm excited to try Temtem also. Alright. Our little mining person is pretty brutal. I love Coco. Coco is by far my favorite character in this game so far. Echo. Oh, it's a little bat. Okay. Let's beat it up. Scaratic. I know I talked about this before, but the animations, I really enjoy the animations in this game. That they look nice and they're fast. Okay, so you see, I don't have enough stamina to attack, so every one of these moves requires stamina. So you, like, in Pokemon, you have, like, the PP system where you can get so many attacks with a certain move. This game, you just have a stamina bar, and the stronger the move, the more of your stamina it uses up. So I think it's really a cool system because it makes you swap Pokemon more and more. Like, usually you can sweep an entire team with one Pokemon. I don't see that as possible in this game just because your stamina bar is so important to using moves. Oh, we beat those guys so hard that they disintegrated. See some more Pokemon battles. An experience core. Is that like the synergy core? What is that? Boost? Oh, you can even boost the amount of experience you earn. Interesting. And you can switch cores at any time. Okay. Well, let's give you an experience one too so we can catch you up in levels. We definitely need more synergy cores for leveling up the team. But I really like that. I really like the core system where I can switch them on the fly so I can level up my team, and then once my team's nice and leveled up, I can switch them to like defensive or offensive. It gives you the ability to really change your Pokemon or Nexomon as much as you want. I like that. Kind of like the held item system, a little bit more in depth, I think. Let's go heal up. Excuse me. Cruff should be able to take this. Burned me, but that's okay. I like the name Porklet. Alright, Woozy got to level 10. That's what we wanted. We wanted the little Woozy thing to level up. So y'all excited for the holidays coming up? Christmas is, what, 8 days away now? Yeah, it should be 8 days, right? Like, it's right around the corner. I'm excited for tonight. There's there's right next to us, there's a neighborhood that every year does like a big Christmas light show. And I'm going to fly the drone over and get some Christmas light stuff from it. And I might do like some 3D work or 360 work with it. So I'm really excited to go play with the lights. Maybe we'll do that tonight. Not sure on that yet. Want the holidays to be over. I feel that too. I know, especially like traffic and all the people everywhere, it gets really frustrating really fast with how many people there are all the time everywhere. So I can understand wanting it to be over, being done with all the stress and the rush. And I know some families, in particular, the holidays get super stressful because they put such an emphasis on it, and like I don't. What is that? Hydrant? It's a fire hydrant. Sorry, what was I saying? Like, families put such an emphasis and stress on it, and like I don't get that. I don't understand why people put so much emphasis on, like, we have to do something on Christmas Day as a family, because if we don't do it together on Christmas Day, then it doesn't count, or it's not as special, or things like that. I really don't understand that line of thinking, that if we don't get together and do something on Christmas Day, then all of a sudden, we didn't spend Christmas together, or it didn't matter, or something of that nature, So, my family growing up was always like, it doesn't matter. If we can get together on Christmas Day, then great. If we can't get together on it, then, fine. It doesn't have to be Christmas Day. If it's the week after Christmas, then it's still spending time together. It's still being family together. So that's how I was always raised. So I don't put a huge emphasis on it, right? Like, we'll get together at some point, and when we do, we'll have, a feast and enjoy our time together, and so be it. But I know for some people it becomes this huge stressor of, we have to be together, and we have to visit the in-laws and my family and then cousins, and we have to go to 5 different holiday parties on the same day because everyone wants to do their Christmas party on the same day, and I know that is terrible, terrible stress. I'm very thankful that my family's not that way. I did join a D&D game finally. I found a good D&D game that's running on Thursdays, and we're doing Curse of Strahd, which I've never played before. I know it's about a vampire. That's like literally all I know about Curse of Strahd. So I'm really excited to get to play this game and get through it. And I had already, like, people talk about it, but this is like what makes D&D, what separates D&D from the rest of the games, is being able to do more of what you want and be able to experience the game in a way that no one else will. So I'm playing as a Minotaur Paladin, which I thought was a fun combination. And in one of our first fights, the Minotaur's special racial ability is, after you make a successful attack, you can grab them with your horns and throw them 10 feet. So it kind of, that good flavor of you smash them with your sword and you pick them up and push them away. So I was able to grab this enemy and throw him over to our barbarian, who then got to kick them down a stairwell and pretty much finish off the creature in one mighty blow. And like, that's what I live for in Dungeons and Dragons, right? Like, anyone can run a combat simulator. Getting to do those fun little things that make your character choices really matter, make those flavor really matter, as well as just like make the environment feel so alive. Like, that is what I absolutely love about Dungeons and Dragons. That is just the defining feature of it, is when you get to do these really cool things like combo moves or really clever use of mechanics. And I'm really enjoying the group that I'm in. There are a few players I think that are new. They're still learning how to play the game, so I know that they will get better, in time as they learn. They did a couple of the cardinal sins of D&D, things you shouldn't do, like spending your turn doing nothing. You should never, ever have a turn where you do absolutely nothing. Also, there's people who want to do, like, mental illness on their character, which I have no problem with. Definitely no problem with that. D&D is about exploring characters and writing characters, but when it becomes, like, disruptive to the game, or you're doing things where, like, I want to roll to find out if I'm crazy right now, like, it takes me out of it. I don't like that. I think there are better ways to roleplay and experience mental illness and things like that than just, okay, I want to roll the dice to see if I'm crazy right now, that kind of leaves a sour taste in my mind, and I'm hoping that we'll slowly move away from that, and they'll kind of learn how to play their characters better. But it was just the first session, right? So there's still plenty more to come from that. But I'm really excited to see what happens in Curse of Strahd, because I'm going into it completely blind. I've never played Curse of Strahd before. I'm not going to look it up ahead of time. I'm not going to see where the story leads. I am just experiencing it 100% as is. So we have no idea what's coming next, and that's so exciting. And, like, I've been a dungeon master for a long time. I've done a lot of dungeon mastering for people, and people always say, like, well, sometimes I just want to be a player. And a part of that wanting to be a player is because you're so used to knowing what happens next, right? Like, granted, you never know exactly what your party's going to do, but for the most part, like, you know where the story's going. You know what people are going to do. So not knowing what's going to come next, really truly being surprised for, like, oh, I didn't know there was a trap there, or I didn't know that this plot twist was going to happen, or I didn't know that this building had a third floor to it. I thought there was only 2 floors. Like, those things, it's so exciting to be able to be surprised, to not know what's going to happen next. Like, I absolutely love that feeling as I'm saying, like, oh, what are we going to discover? And, like, let's open that cabinet. What's going to possibly be in the cabinet? Like, I literally have no idea. It could be anything. We could find, well, we found gold rings, we found crossbows, we found wine, like, all sorts of things. You just truly never know what's going to happen next. And that is when D&D is at its peak best, is when you truly don't know what's going to happen next. It makes it so exciting. So I'm really excited to get to experience Curse of Strahd, because I've never gotten to experience it before. I also have a book for The Wild Beyond the Witchlight, which I really want to play and experience, so that one's next. Oh, a traveling merchant. Their stuff is more expensive than stores, but they offer stuff where it's not. Okay, that's an interesting mechanic. You can buy from vendors out in the field, but it costs slightly more because it's more convenient. I like that. Elemental Nexo traps. I don't carry every element, though. If you want to save money, you'd have to mine elemental shards and then find a crafter to produce them. Okay. What do we got here? Okay, so these are about 30 gold more expensive here. We do need some, so we'll pay the convenience fee. And then these are specifically for catching a certain type. Let's buy one just to see how they work. Let's see how all these work. I'm guessing we're going to find ice down here, not ghosts or water, but we'll see. Alright, let's... Oh, okay. We got the ice puzzles. Very classic, right? You gotta slip and slide everywhere. Found a perfect berry. Alright, so what can we find in the cave? What what resides a Fossifant. Okay, it is water down here, so we're going to want to get our Lightning Llama in the mix. We're out of stamina too, so Kaufter has done well. Time for Woozy to get in. Get in there, Woozy. What else we got down here? A Scoopter. That's kind of cool. It's a construction crab. I love that design. That might be my new favorite, besides the vampire bat squirrel. You know, I love squirrels and chinchillas, but the Scoopter, I love that design. Alright, we gotta catch you. Kind of on the topic of Nexomon, Pokemon, Digimon. Digimon has this bracelet that's like a Fitbit, but it's called the Vital Bracelet, and like as you walk, it'll level up your Digimon, and you like get it's like a Tamagotchi, but with exercise. And I kind of want to get one. Any of you have one? Have any of you tried that or seen if it's worth it? Because like I'm kind of considering buying it to raise my Digimon. Like, I loved Digimon as a kid. I haven't kept up with Digimon all that much. I know that there's a lot that's been happening in the Digimon realm and their cards and all that, so I think they've been out for a while. There's 2 versions of it, so I do know that they've been out for a little while. I know it doesn't like have a huge following, but it looks fun. My main worry is that like I'll forget that I'm wearing it and like it'll go off in church. I don't want my Digimon to go screaming at me or poop in the middle of church, you know? Alright. Ice puzzle. There we go. Phantom Shard. Ooh, a treasure chest. Let's go grab the treasure chest. A water whistle. Okay, the whistles help you to catch things. A blue-bish. Let's recover our stamina. There we go. How did my electric Pokemon get paralyzed? You're supposed to be immune to electricity. Alright, we need to give the llama a little bit of a rest. Inventory. Just recuperate a little bit of stamina. It's so exciting to not know what Nexomon I'm going to run into next, having a 400 new things to run into. Let's see, we got to make it to that center, it looks like. Yeah. Okay, that's not it. You think your PS4's hard drive is going to die soon? Is it taking long to load, or is there some other issue? See, that's not it. There we go. I can only move in 4 directions. Bloopish again. Starting out with paralyzing me. Critical, super effective. Goodbye, Bloopish. Alright, give me 1 second. I had some serious dry eye the last few days. I think it's because I'm staring at computer screens and working 12-hour days. At least I get to be like a Eraserhead from My Hero Academia, right? At least I get to do the cool anime things and use eye drops. Rainbow Six keeps crashing, and when you had 74 gigabytes space remaining, it didn't allow you to install like a 2 gigabyte update. That definitely sounds like something's corrupted or broken. I would agree with that. Alright, then we find what we came for. There it is, there it is. Things did go smoothly. I'm not so bah. Oh, alright then. We lost our, Hey, they just walked on the ice without sliding everywhere. If we get our story straight, we can change our name, start a new life. No, we have to rescue her. You had a plan to check the disk health on your PC, but you haven't done so yet. I don't think I've ever checked the disk health on my computer, now that you mention that. I don't think I've ever done that. Oh, hey, look, I can walk on the ice. A nature shard, an ocean shard. Okay, but what's out here? Okay, apparently that's just decoration. Tempest shards. Nexo trap. You can do it with this app called Crystal Disk Info. Never heard of it. Hinazuru. Alright. I guess I should catch more of these things, right? I'm supposed to catch everything, but, didn't I just teach you? How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man? Why do I have to fight you again? I just knocked you unconscious. You would think it would learn its lesson. There's also commands that can check your disk. I know I found out about, it's called like tree chunks or tree something that lets you look at your disk size, and it tells you like what's taking up the most space on your hard drive, and that became like one of my favorite programs because I too often have too much space being taken up on my computer, so that's really helped me a lot. This is a really cute design too, a sounds, so sound and mouse, but it's got like big speaker ears. That's a really cute design. Why can't Pokemon do this? Why does Pokemon struggle to have really cute designs when these guys have created 400 wonderful Pokemon? What are you doing, Pokemon Company? These are absolutely adorable. Alright, let's down here. Bubbles back! Did you get the wrapping paper? What kind of wrapping paper did you get? Alright. What do we got here? Some sort of boss fight, I'm assuming? Some sort of ice monster? Ice dragon, maybe? Ice trainer? Oh. What is that? That's pretty cool. They got like splash art for the characters and they introduced them? That's pretty wicked cool. Is it a Titan Pokemon? It looks like it. Oh, it's a Tyrant. Okay, that's a Tyrant. The Tyrant of Frost. I dig that art. Oh, that's not so bad. It's only got 81 HP. It did 5 damage. Okay. I know gameplay mechanics, but you have this giant intimidating monster, and it's literally poking me for 3 damage? Like... Come on, unfreeze. You can do it, Woozy. Unfreeze. Will that cure my frozen status? Does the frozen status go away, or am I just out of luck here? Looks like I'm out of luck. Okay. Hopefully I have something that cures... I don't have anything that cures the frozen status. Will it cure on its own? I'm so pissed, though. I did a mobile drive-in order for Target. They didn't have my wrapping paper, so I had to take myself and the baby in the store, which is a lot. I had to get the wrapping paper. Guess what I found? The wrapping paper I wanted. The employees just didn't want to go through it all. You know, Emmy and I have noticed that a whole lot lately. And, like, I get that wages suck right now. 100%. That was a waste of a super potion. Like, I 100% understand that working retail sucks. I understand that wages suck right now. I understand there's a lot of suck going on. But we've noticed so many people just don't want to do their jobs. And this isn't like a whole, like, oh, no one wants to work anymore. But, like, it seems like a lot of people just don't take any pride in doing their work. So they do the bare minimum or less. And even when there's situations like that where, okay, my job is to go pick up things in the store, it quickly becomes, oh, but it's all the way over there. I don't want to get it, so I'm just going to say that I can't find it and call it a day because I don't want to do the extra work. Like, again, it's not I'm complaining that no one wants to work anymore, because wages do suck. People do need to pay more. There's a lot of issues. But at the same time, so many people have, like, no pride in their work and need to at least do their job. It's so frustrating running into so many employees who just don't even want to do the job. To be honest, employers are doing the bare minimum too. Oh, 100%. Like I said, I'm not trying to put it on the employees. Employers need to pay more. They need to do more. 100%. That is 100% true as well. But, like, if you're paid to stock the shelves, you should at least be stocking the shelves, right? If you're a mobile order person, you should at least look for the things. And that's not to say everyone, right? We went to Target the other day, and Emmy wanted something, and the mobile app said that they had it, but it was clear that, like, there was none on the shelves that was in the back, so it was in their inventory. They had logged it. And, you know, we kindly asked someone if they would be willing to go do that, and they were. They went back and they found it, so we got it before it was even on the shelves because they'd logged it in their systems. So I do appreciate it when they go above and beyond for us. Like, do I go full Karen and call corporate, or do I let this one go? That's a tough one, because calling corporate is also, like, an absolute minefield. Sometimes, like, I just contacted a company I ordered Emmy's birthday gift from because they were supposed to ship it and they didn't. And they were just like, hey, you misread it. We actually weren't supposed to ship it until this date, but, you know, sorry about that. Here's a gift card. Like, I was the one who was potentially in the wrong there, and they still gave me a gift card, so that was really nice of them. But then there's other companies that'll just be like, so what? What do you want us to do about it? We're sorry. And you'll spend an hour on the phone with them talking to them, and they'll just like, okay, well, we apologize. I don't know what else we can do for you. And that's as far as you'll get with corporate. So most of the time you'll end up wasting more time than you'll actually get anything out of it. Tyrants are a very peculiar breed. You have to avoid them. I just beat one. Why do I need to avoid them? This is a guild master. Okay. A privilege of silver tamers, but I've earned it. Oh, I get to access the warp stones now. Excellent. My Twitch crashed, so I missed what you said I should do. I was just saying that, you know, you never know if it's actually going to be worth your time to call corporate. So, like, 90% of the time, I would say it's not worth it. The only time I ever, like, bother with calling corporate is if, like, someone was unacceptably rude or vulgar, or, like, they need to be trained again, or, you know, a situation that I wouldn't want someone else to be in. That's the only time I bother with it anymore, because it's not worth my time half the time anymore. But, like, if an employee does something that's unacceptable or, you know, just flat out rude, then 100% I will contact corporate, because, again, it's not about, oh, I want them to lose their job because they were mean to me, but it's like that, you shouldn't have that experience, right? So they just need to be aware that someone's giving bad experiences. And I know that we have this full-on thing where there's like, oh, this Karen culture where you're not allowed to be a Karen, and if you bring up any issues, then you're just a Karen, and the internet should shame you. But, like, there is a minimum level of expectation, right? Like, when you go to a store, you expect people to be, you know, at least courteous to you. You expect when you ask employees where something is, you know, for them to help you, right? So I know that right now everyone's all about, oh, anti-Karen, don't be a Karen. But at the same time, there are valid complaints out there. And it is okay to complain about said bad experiences and to have a minimum expectation when you go into a place, right? Like, I think that's fair to say that the whole anti-Karen culture has gone a little bit too far, and that people should be entitled to at least a decent expectation of service and courteousness when you go to a place. Like, I'm not one of those people like, oh, my cashier has to smile at me and they have to make small talk with me. But, you know, I don't want them to spit at me or, you know, refuse to just scan my items, right? So there's at least a bare minimum of expectation when you're going into a store. Unless you go to Walmart, you know, I don't think there's anything you can expect out of Walmart anymore. Okay. Weird story time. This dog is named Cooper. My real name is Cooper. I know I go by Charlie, but my real name is Cooper. And Cooper apparently has become a super popular dog name for whatever reason. And when we went to the parade, the people next to us had a dog named Cooper, and all night they were talking to their dog. And so every 5 seconds I was looking over because they're like, hey, Cooper! Like, oh, someone's talking to me. No, they're talking to the dog. That happened to me so many times. So frustrating. I feel bad for people who have common names now, because I didn't realize, like, Cooper is a pretty uncommon name, or it was for a while. So I didn't realize how often people go through that. But yeah, having the dog named the same thing as you, I got confused many times that night. I do not know why Cooper has become a popular dog name, though. I do not know where that came from. Literally, I've never even seen someone else named Cooper until, like, the last 5 or 10 years. So this person will buy my shards from me. Okay, or I can craft those and turn them into things. I don't have that problem. No one has my name. That's what I experienced for the first 20 years of my life, but apparently it's become a super popular name now, so... Super cheap potions for $2.50? Sure. Also, side note, the art in this game is so cool. It's got great art. It's very good art. I'm very happy with the art. The music's pretty good so far. The characters are interesting. Apparently I'm talking to a ghost who's haunting where he used to live. Like, I really don't have many complaints for this game so far. I'm really digging it. I found a pile of garbage. Oh, is this the garbage that I'm supposed to be finding? Okay. I guess we're finding garbage now. Those sparkles are... Let's go find some more garbage. Statue of someone fighting something. EXP boosters improve the experience received from battle. One booster is really weak, so tamers need to complete a lot of them, get a lot of them. You're in the game? Oh, the... Ooh, an EXP booster. Yes, please. Please. Give me... I'm still a piece of garbage, fine. Okay, this is my millennial shame. I never used Vine. I completely missed out. I never downloaded it. I never watched it. I missed out on the whole Vine craze. A wind whistle and secret sauce. Sure, I'll buy your secret sauce. That's not suspicious at all, but okay, thank you. Garbage. Had a funny interaction with your classmate? What happened? I'm pretty sure that became a sound on TikTok, though, and I know it's like, oh, TikTok's better than Vine. Not getting into that, but like the thanks for asking, I'm still a piece of garbage. That one, yeah, I know that one, but yeah, I missed out on Vine, which apparently I really missed out on. 12 piles of garbage. Wow, I'm not even close. Okay, we've got more garbage to find, apparently. Apparently there's garbage in this bush. I never had it either because I didn't have a smartphone when it was popular, but I've seen all the good ones. Now see, that was something before it was cool. I was in line at Best Buy. I was one of the first, like, not BlackBerry. I know technically BlackBerries were, you know, the first smartphones. They were smartphones before they were cool, but no, they weren't. I had the first Droid, the first Droid phone that came out. I waited at Best Buy to get the very first Droid phones, the very first smartphones, and that was... So I had a smartphone before it was cool, and let me tell you, that was excellent. And, you know, by today's standards, those smartphones sucked. A Woozy companion? What does that do? Yeah, the YouTube app was slow. Everything was slow. They got overburdened with stuff. Like, no doubt that it was terrible, but it was still cool to have the first smartphone. You know, and show off to people like, oh, you want to read your email? Look, I can do that on the go. Oh, you want to watch YouTube? I can do that on the go. I can download ringtones for free. Look at this app store. Look at these cool games. And again, they all are terrible by today's standard. Like the beer drinking app that made it look like you could drink the beer. Like, it's such a lame app, but it was cool for its time. He was with a friend that everyone called with his nickname. I was hanging out with him, and then my classmate came and said, I hope you're not calling X with bad name. And then my friend said, I am nickname. And class was like, is that really my name? It's not a nickname? I think there's more coming. Typing more. Oh, garbage. We're close. We're close. Cleaning up the mean streets of Padum. Alright, I think we got one more area to check and we'll be out of garbage. And we'll get that vault key. Now, I have no idea what you do with the vault key, but I want it. Because this is an RPG and you need to collect everything, right? Miss AIM. Ah, the day of AIM and Trillium and Yahoo Messenger and AOL and all the chat rooms and all that stuff. Yeah, I loved those when they came out. I do like Discord, though. Don't get me wrong. Discord is much better. The fact that it's all centralized to one location, it's free, has voice, has everything on it. Like, Discord is better, but there is something about the old school chat rooms and the old school messengers. And I had to tell him that my name is not a nickname. It's not even close to that one. AIM was the best, though, I swear. Yeah, I think AIM was the best one. Discord is good. I do much prefer Discord. Because, like, back in the day, I used to do, like, WoW raiding and World of Warcraft. Stuff would require you to have, like, voice chat, but you'd have to pay for this service called, like, Ventrilo. Things like that to make it work. It was a huge mess, so be able to just go into Discord and, like, click right there. Chatting with my guild is so good. What the heck is that thing? A Florizard? Remember ASL? I was never in those chat rooms, so I didn't experience that one. A Devet? This guy's got some cool Nexomon. Because he thought that the X's nickname was his actual name after he said it was his name. I can see that confusion. I can see getting confused on that. Oh, 1 HP? Come on. Hyphoon. Ooh. That did some damage. Did a lot of damage. You're exposing me. The Wild West days of the internet. I talk so much about that. Like, I know that you can go on the internet now, like with Reddit and TikTok and everything, you can find anything you want, but like, people who weren't there don't realize how much of the Wild West the old internet was. I didn't know you could evolve things, and I didn't know things evolved. That's kind of cool. Cruff evolved into Croncho. Like, back in the Wild West days of the internet, you would have no idea if, like, oh, I'm going to click on this link, and then there's a chance I'm going to watch someone get decapitated, or it's going to be explicit, or it's just going to be a Rickroll, or it's going to be a virus, or you just had no idea what you were going to see. And there was so much just dark and bad stuff on the web, and it still exists, but I feel like for the most part search engines have kind of gotten that out of the way, and people have a little bit more net safety nowadays, where we don't, click on random links, and we know about downloading viruses and all those things, right? This guy wants me to fund his extinction project? Sure. Have some grant money. Gotta lure out cloned monsters. They appear... Oh, okay, so this allows me to get, like, random, super rare encounters. Interesting. Okay, so those are like hunting down the legendaries. Bots be like, oh, it seems like you don't have anyone in your stream. Click this link to get free views and followers. I did get that when I first started streaming, but thanks to you all, I have enough people in my stream now where the bots don't come and try and take pity on me. Thank you for that. Although I will say, I'm pretty sure Emmy has beaten me in streaming. She has more consistently had like 7, 8, 9 people on her stream, and I usually sit around like 3 or 4, so I just want to say, I was here first. I was streaming first, and now y'all are pushing Emmy to the top. Which please continue to do. I do appreciate that. I love it when she streams. I want her to stream more. So, please continue to support her. It will be a bittersweet pill, though, if she beats me to, like, partner. Though I think we should coordinate our streaming schedules at some point and do, like, you remember back in the day, like, when Nickelodeon would do the Power Hours, where you would get like 2 of your favorite shows back to back? I want to do that with a stream with her at some point. Let her stream for an hour or 2, and then I come on and stream for an hour or 2 and do the Waffle Graveyard Power Hour. Waffle Ghosts. That reminds me of the Try Guys with the podcast. I don't know the Try Guys. I'm not a big podcast, ironically, considering I have a podcast, not a big podcast person. What are the Try Guys all about? This person's got a chef hat. Alright, certainly I must have enough garbage now to get the key. Certainly. Got it. Yes. Their partners had a podcast and it had even more viewers than everyone's than theirs. Alright, so it opens something, but we don't know what. I mean, I see a back-to-back stream. I think that would be fun. I'm going to ask her about it when she wakes up. She's sleeping off the sickness right now, but... Also, don't click on any random links or open any random files you get with your email, because they take over your YouTube and stream crypto. Really? Modern day, modern solutions, right? I did not know you could get a virus that hijacks your stream. That is fascinating. I did not know such a thing exists, but I guess that makes sense. They're huge on YouTube. They try crazy things. One time they tried infidelity to Dinka. Well, okay, I did hear about them, so I know that they were in the news. So that must be why they were in the news. I've earned a lesson about the tyrants. Alright, what are we going to learn? There's a war waging. They're replacing the King of Monsters. Okay, struggles, 1,000 years. They're ill omens. Okay. So you need me to take out all the tyrants, huh? Don't be concerned by that. We have an important job instead. Oh boy. What kind of important job are we going to go on now? he was cheating with an employee for like over a year. Same guy whose wife has his whole personality, so red flag. The orphanage is under attack. Team up with Ross and Nora. Alright, let's go save the orphanage. See, here's some real villains. Team Star is not a real villain. These guys are attacking an orphanage. You don't get much more villainous than that. Well, apparently my camera froze, which probably means that it's time to stop streaming because my voice is starting to hurt as it is, so... If you wonder how you can get viruses from PDFs in your emails because the PDF file may execute a quiet script, interesting. Well, thank you everyone for joining me today. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to stream more this week, but as I said, it was a very busy week, but we are done with that busyness. So hopefully I'll have some semblance of a regular streaming schedule again. It was really good to stream again. It was really good to talk with you all, to see you all again. Definitely thank you for hanging out. As promised, I will be updating to Twitch at some point, so you will get some new updates to all of my Twitch here soon. New text-to-speech, new point redemptions, all sorts of new stuff. I will take a sip of water before I go. Thank you everyone for hanging out. Once again, I do really appreciate y'all supporting me and being here, and I will stream again soon, I promise. Have a wonderful day, have a blessed day. See you next week.